What's up, y'all? I'm an addict named Austin. I got clean here at Serenity House in Abilene, Texas on October 19, 2014. I wanted to hop on here and read the Just for Today with y'all. December 17th, service motives. Everything that occurs in the course of NA service must be motivated by the desire to more successfully carry the message of recovery to the addict who still suffers. Our motives are often a surprise to us. In our early days of recovery, they were almost always a surprise. We've learned to check our motives through prayer, meditation, the steps, and talking to our sponsor or other addicts. When we find ourselves with an especially strong urge to do or have something, it's particularly important to check our motives to find out what we really want. In early recovery, many of us throw ourselves into service with great fervor before we have started the regular practice of motive checking. It takes a while before we become aware of our real reasons for our zeal. We may want to impress others, show off our talents, or be recognized and important. Now, these desires may not be harmful in another setting, expressed through another outlet. In NA service, however, they can do serious damage. When we decide to serve NA, we make a decision to help addicts find and maintain recovery. We have to carefully check our motives in service, remembering that it's much easier to frighten away using addicts than to convince them to stay. When we show them game playing, manipulation, or pomposity, we present an unattractive picture of recovery. However, the unselfish desire to serve others creates an atmosphere that is attractive to the addict who still suffers. Just for today, I will check my motives for the true spirit of service. I know because when I got here, right, I had learned how to do an inventory, and I was really good at doing other people's inventories and not mine, right? And I was really motivated to argue, motivated to discuss my different opinion or what worked for me as opposed to what wasn't working for somebody else, right? And I caused damage in the rooms. The good thing is that you can be working a program and not necessarily have your motives correct and be headed in the right direction, right? Like working the program is what taught me how to be loving, caring, unconditionally, right? And not try to sponsor somebody that wasn't asked to be sponsored, just to say, like, I'm glad that I didn't start this job when I got clean, right? Because I would have been very controlling, neurotic, all the things that I was dealing with in my own life as far as what other people needed to do. And so it worked out good that I started years later, because now I can be loving, caring, unconditionally, and I don't have to control or tell people what to do. If they ask me, I can give them my advice and I can leave it at that. I don't have to hold them to that. Now, there are days whenever we hold each other accountable, right? But that's not my job here. And it's not my job as a member of the program. My job is to live the program and make this thing attractive, right? But I still need to be honest, and sometimes being brutally honest is not the kind of honesty somebody needs. Usually I should be trying to support somebody before I just try to be honest with them, right? And so I'm grateful that this program has taught me how to be unselfish and just have a heart that serves regardless of how somebody receives it or what they do with it, because that's a good theme to have in every area of my life, right? And so I'm really grateful for this program. I did lots of things with the wrong motives early in recovery, and that's okay, because it got me to where I'm at today, right? Like, you have to learn it to know. You have to work the program to be able to identify where your motives were wrong and what you were doing wrong. And so if you really need to check your motives today, that's a good thing that you're open to checking your motives. I know I have to check my motives regularly, right? Because sometimes I'll think that I know best, or that what I'm doing has worked in the past, so that's what everybody else should be doing, right? And what works for me today might not work for you. What works for you today might not work for me. And so I have to have a relationship with my sponsor, the God of my understanding, and be plugged into this program to really be able to check my motives. And I know that and it's really hard for me to say that anybody would be wrong for having the wrong motives, because I had all kinds of wrong motives. I didn't even come to treatment to get clean, and I ended up clean, and my life ended up working this program and saving my life. So whatever your motives are today, if they're wrong, that's okay. If you're open to looking at them and maybe changing them, that's even better. And so thank y'all for tuning in today. I hope that helped. We will see you tomorrow.